One more thing before we put the bearings back in the wheel hub is I want to show you how these things work together. So here's your axle. Okay, this is what we took out previously. The axle is gonna slide through the inner race like so, and this bearing is gonna be somewhere there. This part of the fork will be in the this part of the axle will be held by the fork. There's gonna be a little seal here in front of this one, and the spacer, and you can see some marks there. That's where this is going roughly. And then there goes the speedo gear, and then this part of it is threaded into the other fork. Okay, that's how the axle works, and then it rotates like so. So the axle doesn't need to be really lubricated to achieve rotation, because it's actually the wheel that's rotating, not the axle. Okay, either way, the axle needs only slight greasing, and not only for any corrosion, any water that gets inside the wheel hub, so so the axle doesn't have any surface pitting. It's not perfect. Let's see if we can get a close-up. Kinda, yeah. It's not free of surface imperfections. It's got some discoloration on it, but it's pretty good. And I also checked out on a dial gauge that its run out is within the specifications, so it doesn't have a wobble in it. It's still straight. So what we do for installation is we grab our packed and prepared ball bearing set, and we grab our installation tool. This socket is for pounding, or being used for driving the bearing in place. Come take a look. For this one, for this operation, what is critical is that the socket doesn't get stuck in the wheel hub when you're done. Okay, ideally you shouldn't exert force on the inner race of the bearing, because that will side load the balls in their raceways, will sideways load the little thin sheet metal cage that's holding the balls in place. So same principles apply, and also same principles apply as for removing the bearings. Tap it ever so lightly and make sure that you are advancing evenly on all sides. And I don't want to bust my socket, so I'm gonna use a piece of wood right away. The bearing is going askew. Come take a look. It went in about this much on that side, and a little more is sticking out on this side, so it needs to be fixed. I'll put you back here on the tripod. So the next one's gonna be down here. Now it's kind of level again. Give it another tap, check it. Yeah, maybe a little bit here. Check it all around. I'm sure there is bearing installation and bearing removal gizmos available in the hardware store. This works just as fine. You don't have to spend the big money. There, take a look. It's going in fine, evenly all around, like that. Okay, come back to the tripod. Like so. Now it's flush, and now we need This one. Almost there. Almost there. I think we are all the way in. Let me just check the other side. It looks pretty good to me. Now, even if it's not perfectly all the way in, when you push the axle through, like so, and when you tighten it, it will be good and tight and exactly where it should be. Now, I hit another seal.